Welcome to our demonstration on adding print queues automatically and manually using Printix. This video will walk you through the steps to set up print queues, including the deployment process. Let's get started. Printix automatically identifies the vendor and model of printers when they are added, which is essential for correct driver installation. When you start a free trial with Printix, the system automatically performs a driver matching process and creates a default printer queue for any discovered printers. The printer queue is displayed below the queue icon. The first default printer queue is created using the printer's SNMP information. By clicking on the number and then on the queue name, you open a new tab that shows the properties of the printer queue. The queue is automatically named after the device and defaulted as active. When a print queue is marked as active, it means that the queue is available for users to access and use on their computers. To check which driver is currently in use, select the driver icon. We will examine print drivers in more detail in another training module. Selecting computers will show where this printer queue is currently deployed. So far, we have only discovered the printers, but have not deployed any print queues to any computers. There are basically two ways of getting print queues installed on computers. Let's look. One way to do this is to navigate to the Print Queue Properties Setup options and enable the Add Print Queue Automatically option. This option automatically installs the print queue on computers running Printix client on the same network as the printer. If I enable this option now and save it, you can see that the print queue is added to my computer. If I navigate back to the Printix administrator interface and select the computers under the printer queue properties, you will see the computer where the printer queue is deployed listed. Another method to install a print queue on a computer is to access the Printix client on that device and select printers. From there, you can view the list of available print queues, select the desired queue by checking the box, and then click Add. To install print queues using this method, the setting Allow users to add printers via Printix client must be enabled in the Settings Setup area. With the print queue now available on my computer, I can print jobs to it. Here's my printer queue, and I can see that it uses the native driver. I can set up my print job with different capabilities before selecting Print. Once I click Print, this driver will process the job. The print job will go through the Windows spooling system and use the printing service, which will then send the job to the printer on my local area network using port 9100. So far, we have seen how Printix automatically creates a print queue when a printer has been discovered. Now let's explore how to add print queues manually. This process is useful when you need to configure a print queue that isn't set up for automatic addition to computers. In this example, I will navigate to the Printer Properties page for this printer and select the Print Queues tab. Here you will find a list of all printer queues that have been created or discovered for this printer. You can create a new print queue by selecting this button. Let's create a queue named Xerox Test. When a queue is established using this method, the characteristics of the printer device are utilized. It is important to note that these characteristics are obtained through an SNMP query to the printer. Leaving the Active checkbox selected means that this queue is available for all users signed into this Printix network via the Printix client and the self-service capabilities of Printix. Opening the Printix client will show this print queue on this computer. Let's add it to the computer. If I now navigate back to Printix Administrator and select the Computers page, I can see the computers where this print queue has been deployed. In this demonstration, you observed how Printix automatically identifies printers and creates default printer queues. If necessary, additional printer queues can be added manually. Users can install print queues on their computers either through the Printix client or by enabling automatic installation in the queue properties.